Hello everyone, this is King Vector Live and welcome back to another weekly update video as of May 22nd, my birthday by the way, 2025, showcasing to you all the information you may need or want to know about this week's weekly update in GTA Online. I'm also going to make a quick statement like I've previously done when this was the case. There may not be a weekly update news video because of the lack of news, so all of the news that I may want to give to your attention this week will be done at the end of this video because there's really not much. It's a waste of another video to be uploaded. In the end, I hope you guys do find this information as informative as best as I try to showcase this to you, and if you did wish to stay tuned for more content like this every Thursday evening, do leave a like and subscribe, or you can go to your channel, share this with your friends, or leave a comment on what you liked or disliked about the information you've received by me and my content on my channel, and of course, the support's never forced, but always appreciated. And without further ado, let me go into this week's weekly update for you guys, which is, by the way, pretty fucking boring compared to the past 2 weeks combined. Let me just go through it. Pretty shitty week, I do not recommend, but in case you really are interested to know what you want to do this week, go ahead, stay tuned for the information. Anyways, I'm still waiting on any news to hear about any LSPD officer outfits that could be released anytime sooner or later in GTA Online. Speaking of the next DLC, which I will assume will release either June 10th or June 24th, at this rate possibly June 24th. We will see though. Of any DLC news, I'll do my best to keep track of that and to showcase that information to you guys as soon as I hear anything as of the end of the week. But of course, in terms of new vehicles, it's already been released in the beginning of March. We've already had the Cook at D5, which is, by the way, still has this bulletproof cab bug where you are bulletproof from inside, but the vehicle isn't and can still be shot down or blown up or whatever. So definitely recommend picking up this vehicle as soon as possible before the next DLC releases, so good luck with that. With this vehicle. There's also the Titan 250D, the DH7 Iron Mule, and the Duster 300H that's been released back at the beginning of March for whoever's interested to know what the latest vehicles were released in GTA Online. Moving into this week's rewards. This is so fucking boring. I'm sorry. If you're looking for doing something that will make you money this week, do taxi work or just participate in some community series jobs. They're always going to be double rewards. There's always going to be some community series jobs on double rewards unless it's a fresh new rotation, which only for the first week will be triple rewards. This is officially the second or third week actually of it being on rotation, so it's going to be just the next 2 weeks before we're going to get a new rotation of community series jobs, in my personal opinion, in my personal research anyways. But going through the rewards, we of course have double money NRP on the Super Yacht Life contact missions. Of course, you have to own a yacht and you have done these missions already to have access to these missions previously. I can't English. You already have to have done these as a leader if you want to have access to repeat these missions on the missions tab. If you don't have a yacht and you've never done these as a leader, you don't have access to the missions, that's totally fine. Just do them if you want to this week, if you want to just unlock something and have fun. We also have double money NRP on daily shipwrecks containing treasure for whoever is interested. There's apparently one location every day that you may find a shipwreck and collect a bit of money from that. Whatever. For those who are interested, those shipwrecks are just a 1 per day collectible out of 30 possible locations, which will typically standard reward you $25,000 and 2,000 RP, so you get 50k and 4k RP respectively this week for every daily location you'll find a shipwreck. There's even a website that I personally use to find any drug dealers, which is an interactive map that actually resets daily to the appropriate locations for each, so if you want to use that website, you could. The website being called GTALens.com. Anyways, moving on. We also have triple money on taxi work. Finally, Rockstar boosted it up a little bit to triple. Usually initially they did quintuple, but then with some money nerfs and balancing changes and updates, whatever bullshit they said, just because they were missing microtransaction money, they decided to lower it to double. Now they finally are doing triple taxi work money. Anyways, if you're interested in that, the taxi business is located right there. You don't have to really purchase anything. You could just start the taxi work like that if you want to, I guess, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, but have fun with that if you must. And finally, there's double money RP on Tiny Racers. For whoever's interested, these are the 2 only adversary modes currently available to all players, including Sumo Remix adversary modes, so Only Tiny Racers 1 through 7 is on Double Money RP this week though. But anyways, that's generally all of the new rewards. But going into the recurring rewards of the previous weeks, we have the continuing community series jobs for legacy players, featuring the following stunt races: Outdoor Go-Karts, PGP Noodle Cup, Straight Later Dunes, and Yukarigo Palace and Chamber, as well as the QTR Flagstone Circuit race that's still on Double Money RP. These two death matches, Flens Mafia Rugby and Mystery Box number 1 death matches on Double Money RP. And we also have King of the Hill modes, Flens Mafia Rugby and Mystery Box number 1 on Double Money NRP continuing through this week. But for expanded and enhanced players, we have these 5 stunt races: Binky's Unknown Unknown, Chapar Rally, Dirty Random 3-Way, Hot Ring Crossover, and Car Cross Koala Cup on Double Money NRP. We also have this race, Raw Los Santos GP 2023 Open Wheel Race on Double Money NRP, and this one deathmatch, Ricky End of Days on Double Money NRP for expanded and enhanced players. For this week's discounts, they're mediocre. Anyways, going through Rockstar's Newswire, the only one that catches my interest, if you want to have fun on your own expense, go ahead, you can purchase the Vito Modern if you want to, or even a Hot Ring Saber, but I personally recommend picking up the Anis Euros. It's a tuner vehicle, pretty good customizations, my personal opinion, and has quite a fascinating style of handling, where if you want to get used to something new and unique, especially that's a tuner vehicle, go right ahead, try this vehicle out. Trust me, the more you drive this vehicle, the more you'll start learning how to drive in GT Online. Like most of the other tuner vehicles, in my opinion, it's definitely going to be good practice for it, in case you want to show off to your friends how much of a good driver you are. So the Euros is there for that. Have fun. Moving on to the gun inventory and discounts, we have free minigun and heavy sniper. That was definitely bolded out for this week. But anyways, we have, in the gun inventory, we have the L. Strickler military rifle, only exclusive to enhanced players, but is free to GTA Plus members. There's also the tactical SMG, that's 40% off for GTA Plus members. Then we're going to Combat EMP launcher, that's 30% off. The stun gun, a heavy sniper, that's free. A free minigun. We also have the nightstick, and we have 30% off the rest of the items: grenades, pipe bombs, tear gas, and body armor. In terms of property discounts, if you want to consider the yacht to be a property, go right ahead. The most expensive one that would typically cost 8 million is now worth 4.8 million for the Aquarius, but if you wish to purchase the Pisces, it is now worth from 7 mil to 4.2 mil, and the Orion is now worth 3.6 mil, down from $6 million. Mainly because everything, for the most part, is 40% off this week, which is not that often Rockstar would do 40% off discounts. In regards to the total price across all renovations and modifications you want to include on your yachts, if you decide to purchase the most expensive items for each separate yacht, the Aquarius will cost you $6 million tops. The Pisces will cost you 5.4 mil, and the Orion will cost you 4.8 million, with all maximum expensive upgrades possible and renovations for your yachts. Another vehicle discounts, we have a discount on the BF Weevil, now costing $391,500, available from Benny's website and Sasa website. We also have a discount on the Anis Euros, now priced at $810,000. A discount on the Vapid Flash GT, now priced at $1,005,000. Why can't you go the extra $5,000 lower? Damn, it would have been perfect. The Overflawed Autark, now priced at $1,173,000. The Galvanter Baller Street, now worth $534,000, or a trade price of $400,500. We also have the BF Weevil, like I said, in the Sasa website, now costing $391,500 for this week. The Declass Drift Yosemite, now priced at $784,800, or a discounted trade price of $588,600. The Declass Hot Ring Saber, now costing $498,000, or a trade price of $373,500. And finally, the Dinka Vito Modern, now costing $597,000. And that's how your discounts for the week. In terms of vehicle showcases, this week's podium vehicle from the Diamond Casino is the GB200. If you want to save yourself $940,000 for God knows what else reason, besides the fact that this looks like a really stupid, fun, old, whatever rally car, I don't know, it looks fun, but at the same time looks like a mouse crate or something. Have fun with it if you want to. You're going to save yourself $940,000 if you win it this week. For this week's prize ride, we have the Dubaki Spectre that would typically cost $599,000 from Benny's website only, and to win it for free, you have to win one LS Car Meet Series race. Anytime this week. Straight up. For test track vehicles, we have 3 removed website vehicles now available from in-game websites, in which I will showcase the prices straight from the game to you guys from me. We have the Vitero Cockpit Blackfang that costs $695,000. The Dubaki JB700, not to be confused with the weaponized version. This is a standard non-weaponized proper vehicle, I guess. That's removed website vehicle costing $350,000, and the Candace Seminole Frontier that costs $678,000 this week. For enhanced players, your premium test ride is the Benefactor Sterling GT, in which here's an image of the respective vehicle. In luxury autos, we have 40% off both vehicles. We have 40% off the NS Euros, now costing $871,939, and the Autark, now costing $1,173,000 this week. Simeon vehicles, 5 vehicles removed from in-game websites, in which I've taken the prices straight from the game to showcase to you guys. We have the Grotti Cheetah, which costs $650,000. The Grotti GT500 costing $810,080. The Overflat Entity XF costing $795,000, the Weenie Dynasty costing $475,650, and the Ina Super Diamond costing $250,000 this week. And finally, for this week's challenges, for this week's FIB priority file is going to be the Black Box file. This week's weekly challenge is to complete 3 A Super Yacht Life missions. Moving on. Dude, it's been 5 minutes later, I can't stop yawning after I saw that. Anyways, vehicle robberies from the Salvage Yard property features the Declass Mamba through the Duggan robbery, the Grotti Furia through the Cargo Ship robbery, and the Zeruso through the Gangbanger robbery. And of course, this is the 10th week since the last claimable vehicle. Rockstar, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? Why would you make a feature available but not make it available for 10 weeks? Why don't you make something so good to be true and just freaking cockblock us and tease us like that, Rockstar? Fuck you. I hope there's gonna be a claimable vehicle next week, or I swear to God I will send you to Jesus. Now let me calm down and go through the last bit of information. This week's premium race is Business Trip, which is a superclass race of up to 8 players, so good luck with that. For this week's time trial for all players is going to be Storm Drain, and for new gen players, your time trial is in North Chumash. Now, I technically end the video right here, but like I said, there's barely any news for me to go over, so it's going to be pointless for me to make a separate weekly update news video for that. So let me just quickly go over the information right now. First of all, of course, Rockstar has announced the new Circle Local Records presenting Sparrow and Barbarossa, which you can pre-save float, mentioned on May 19, 2025. So here's all the information you want or may need to know about this for those who are interested. And of course, like I've showcased, this is the weekly update video. Typically, I'd show this snipped on my weekly update news video to say that that would be the, just to say that you can find the link of my weekly update video in the description, but this is the same video, so it's nothing new to say about that. Anyways, the only real bit of information I have to showcase to you is that Red Dead Redemption 2 is reportedly coming to Nintendo Switch 2 later this year alongside a CryEngine upgrade for PS5 and Xbox Series consoles. And that's generally it. So hope you guys did find this video was informative as best as I tried to showcase this to you, and if you did and wish to stay tuned for more content like this every Thursday evening, do leave a like and subscribe, or you can go the extra mile and share this with your friends, or leave a comment what you liked or disliked about the information you've received. Of course, the support is always appreciated but never forced. Thank you guys for watching though, for those who wish to support the channel to this day and beyond. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for the support, and in return I give you the most reliable information of content I possibly could find and do my research on. And thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a great week, and of course, skip GTL if you have to, because it's an absolutely boring fucking week. Unless you want to do taxi work all week, go right ahead. But anyways, have fun. See you on the next one.